It was between Shanghai Staggered and Florida Harmony.
Yes, I believe a Stagger won that, if I'm not mistaken, in
Yes,
what was an
Stagger won it
amazing,
3.
in an amazing match from both teams. But we are not done here today. We still have the Carolina Cosmic meeting up head to head with the Smol Dynasty. With me, Asmiral, is Panda. Panda, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good today. How about yourself?
I'm doing quite well. I'm excited. I'm hoping for another 5 map match. I love 5 map matches. So, what do you see we have today? Are you familiar with the teams?
Vaguely, but I'm just going to go in blindly because
Okay.
I have not seen these two face to face, head on, and we'll just see how this goes.
Okay. We will see how it goes. And are you expecting to see goats from these teams, or are you expecting them to be more along the lines of what we saw last match, where we have these crazy strats that sometimes work and sometimes do not?
As much fun as the crazy strats are, as per se, map 1 from last game where I ended up pulling out the Bastion, the 3-3 comp is more than likely it's a very stable comp. So seeing a 3-3, it wouldn't be surprising, but I would like to see something else.
Yes. It is quite stable, however, it requires a very good execution as you take down one piece and suddenly the whole thing collapses, much like a pyramid. Uh, what we expect today is our first map, of course, is Hanamura. Why wouldn't it be?
Yes, that's
What
true.
are you expecting a May on Hanamura? It's like I'm pretty sure Cosmic often runs a May on Hanamura.
Yes, the May helps split off the choke, so having the May early, it would actually help quite a bit for picking off 1 or 2 people that overextend through the choke without their team. If, however, the attacking side runs dive or any sort of way to get over the May wall, it becomes a matter of can you pick off players 1 by 1, they do the same thing to you.
Yeah, and the whole plan is to isolate the enemy team. We will see which way we will go as we soon will go into the match and come together to see what we have as the match is now going to start. We are loading into Hanamura, as you can clearly hear. We will see what the teams have for us today as we start.
Just waiting for them to pick.
Yeah, waiting for them to pick. Beautiful Hanamura, the cherry blossoms. Have you ever thought of going to Japan?
I would love to go to Japan. Maybe get stationed there for 2 years, hopefully.
Yeah.
But
as we're
that's
waiting
not always.
right now for them to start picking. Yeah. It is quite interesting, the Japanese architecture, but we have no time for architecture because the team's are already selected. We have Cosmic in the blue on defense, and we have a Smol in red on offense, as we have what looks like a standard May defense from the Smol. From Carolina Cosmic, while Goats is coming out. No, sorry, not Goats. Well, maybe Goats. Looks like Goats, but McCree instead of Diva coming in from the Smol. How do you see these two comps matching up?
With the May, you want to split off either the main tank or cut off lines of sight from ranged DPS. So if they can clear out the main tank, it's going to be a pretty easy fight in, as not many things have sustain. However, we're breaking into the first fight.
Oh, big wall coming in, isolating the Rhine, instantly wiping out the McCree and the Rhine. This will be the first fight already gone. That is what a May wall does for you. Simply wipes out the fight before it even starts. And Smol retreating, knowing that they've lost this one.
So a quick pick from the walls means that they don't lose much time. Coming to this next fight, we're looking at the ults where it's not too furthered in, but the Mei wall comes out and they're ready for the push.
Gets stopped. There's a Lucio, there's big sleep, big anti-hit on 3 people, but nobody yet goes down. Big freeze on Ryan, he will go down off the focus fire. Zarya will go down right after, as you can see in the top right, there's great focus and coordination from the side of Cosmic, as now they will go out trying to get another kill after an amazing sleep from Illumi, who also gets the kill. And then we see a swap to a pharmacy from the side of Smol to try and deal with this, knowing that that Cosmic cannot deal with this range advantage.
So looking at the ults, Asian Boy is coming fairly close to his Transcendence, and Urzo has his Shatter. Let's see how this plays out.
Oh, that Shatter is big. If you get a good Shatter here. Let's see as they fight the lines, the mind game coming in. The shield lever is getting low. But in comes the wall there, and nothing comes of it. Nano Boost comes in. Ryan falls down, and they're gonna win this fight over Nano Boost. There is a barrage, but I believe got slept. No, did not get slept, just didn't get any kills. Zenyatta will go down to a break off to the side, but the break now is all alone and will fall down right after. Yeah, this is looking like quite a strong defense. However, there's a slight advantage for Smol, who can regroup faster.
Yes, but we are looking on the defensive side at 3 ults. 2 of them happen to be crowd control ults with Earth Shatter and Grab.
In comes the rally, the stars flying in the air. Shatter comes in, doesn't get much because of the bubble. Wall comes up, charge right after, transcends to keep him alive. Shatter comes in, the barrage comes down. The Mei ult tries to slow things down, however, it looks like Cosmic to survive. In comes the grab, a charge goes on the Lucio. There is still advantage for the Cosmic here. On defense, with only Zarya alive, and will quickly go down. However,
with the Zarya being picked so late, it means that the defenders here, Carolina Cosmic, has time to regroup. If the pressure from the oncoming Pharah keeps up, they might be able to get an early pick, swinging the fight into their favor, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, as they're now trying to stop the wall. They managed to get past the wall. They're in the win. Big pick on the Mei. Zen goes faster after. Big Shatter will be something that they need to take this counter. Another Shatter falling down as it looks like finally Smol has managed to break the defense, as there's only a Ryan left for the Cosmic, who will quickly be focused down and gone. What do you feel allowed Smol to win that fight, where they didn't default?
I feel the ult usage was a main player in that, as if you look at both sides, the ults that were used are now off cooldown, obviously, but as Earth Shatter has come out from both sides, the counter Shatter is stronger if you are not expecting it.
Yeah. However, I do feel that it's them getting past the Mei wall as a barrage coming in. Instantly gets shut down. However, not before getting a kill. The trade blow for blow, but it looks like Smol is getting an advantage. In comes the Nanobus on the right. Shatter comes in, gets not much. However, Anna is healing from the high ground uncontested. In comes the rally. Shatter on the Lucio through the sound barrier. And it looks like the staggering is starting to commence, but looks like Cosmic is keeping hold of this, surviving long enough to stop any takes to be taken, as it will clear out the point with only Lucio remaining and trying to run away.
So one thing I did notice in this fight was they left Elmi up in the high ground, as when the Pharah came in, it would have been an easy target, but leaving Elmi on the high ground just to heal will essentially allow for almost 2.5 lives on the point, which definitely played a favor in the defending side.
Yeah, very much so, as he was also uncontested there, as nobody even could touch him. As we now go in to the OWCC. Then try to push him straight through. A stun coming through, but doesn't get much. Zarya bubbles already used. Now it comes. In comes a big grab, but Trans counter it. High Noon gets one kill. However, there's a break on point. Someone managed to escape that, but will quickly fall down as she gets focused. Mercy trying to get out and will get out with her life, if not for long.
So during that fight, Grav and Valk were used from the attacking side. Looking at it, if they would have gotten value off of the Grav, which granted is hard through a Transcendence, it would have been an easy win, or an easy one tick for the Smol Dynasty.
Yeah, I do feel that they didn't have anything to follow up on that Grav. As they will now switch to dive and go in. Big Antina and the Reinhardt will be cleansed with the bubble. However, Nanobus comes right after. In comes the Dragons, already built up in a fight. Grav will not get much, as the zoning from the Dragons will be enough to survive. As they're trying to move in on the point, it looks like Cosmic is still having the advantage. So Brave will ult, and we simply cannot find many things, as Salty Mango will fall to Illumi, who is still uncontested, finally gets driven in and sleeps the Winston. No problems, I got this high ground, guys, I got this. With only 40 seconds left, there isn't much looks like Smol can do. What do you see Smol needs to do to break this defense?
Well, one thing they need to do is take the high ground away from Illumi. Illumi sitting on the high ground is the strongest point in their defense right now. Yeah. As Nessington tried last time, he got slept and proceeded to die.
Yeah, as we see already they're contesting. And Nade already used. Soundbarrier comes in, they quickly clear him out. Now there's only a Hanzo firing from above, contested by the Zenyatta across here as they're firing at each other. In comes the Grav, it gets only 2, but it is enough for Jacques to get both kills. Nanobus comes in on the Hanzo, trying to get anything, trying to survive. Viva bombs to try and stall the point. Trans and Wraith form to survive the bomb. And now there's just a monkey angry on point, but he will not get to cap. He falls down, in comes the dragon, but it looks like this is the end of the push with almost 2 ticks for Smol. This will definitely not be a tie.
I'm glad to see that it won't be a tie, because ties, as much fun as they are, it's not very good on the players.
Okay, so after that first round, what do you feel Smol did well, and what do you feel Cosmic did well?
I feel the switches that Smol made from going over the Rein Zarya that they originally had and then swapped over to the Diva Winston, it definitely helped to take Illumi off the high ground. If they would have made the swaps sooner and kept maybe the Pharah, kept the Pharah and had control over the high ground, they would have definitely had an easier time attacking, making it so that, yes, the defensive side may have lost, but there was also still a chance that they would come back.
Yeah, as we now come in, as we once more have a Mei on defense, but this time it's a Reaper to join her. Do you feel that will be... They're looking to fight and brawl up close and personal, while Cosmic seems to be going for a straight up goats. They will counter the brawl with a brawl. Which brawl do you feel will win, the Reaper Mei or the goats?
5, 4,
if you can get value out of that Mei wall, the Mei will definitely take the cake here.
Yeah, so it's all about that Mei wall, and can they isolate the Rein? They will know. In comes the charge, surprise charge, doesn't get much. Rein goes in, the Lucio is fast enough to get plenty of help, and they will quickly take down Meditation. and will take a big advance. It looks like the Goat is doing work, and Reaper cannot get anything done. Ryan is now anti-nated, but will survive, and a quick first point for Carolina Cosmic. It does appear that the Goats is superior to the Reaper May.
Yes. I would say they need to swap off the Reaper, as there is too much shielding potential that Reaper's damage will get mitigated. However, if he can go on the flank and maybe find a support that's not with their team, it may be able to swing the fight.
Yeah, as matters, they're hoping that the Fire will get any opening. The ball once again starts to focus. Once again the enemy Reinhardt, as he gets booped and battered around. They quickly get the enemy mortar. They get 4 kills, but lose a mech in return and nothing else. It looks pretty decisive, as Carolina Cosmic will finish the map on their first push, no problem. Oh my god, that looked dominant if I ever seen a dominant play.
That's 3-3 for you. It may seem pretty simple on the outside, as just running your face into the enemy team. However, the coordination needed to pull it off it's a moderate challenge. The focus fire needed and the discipline needed to not split up is one challenge that some teams will not be able to overcome.
Yeah. As we do go now to a break with Carolina Cosmic taking the first point. Next map I believe will be... actually, I have no clue what the next map is. Oh yeah, Lijiang Tower. There we go. That's the next map. So we saw Carolina Cosmic definitely able to play that Guts very effectively. Lijiang Tower has multiple maps which are really good with Goats. However, there's also maps which are really good for May Reaper. Who do you feel has the advantage going into this map?
I feel in Control Center and Night Market that Goats or 3-3 will have more of an advantage, as there's not too much by the way of longer sightlines. However, on Night Market, there is the potential that the opposing team could run a Pharaoh. In that case, then it almost becomes even, but with Goats as being the point presence comp that it wants to be, they might end up winning that. On the other map, which is Gardens, there are longer sightlines and a much wider airfield for Pharah to run around and shoot people in the back.
Yeah, and so it will be much harder to ignore the Pharah as they did on Hanamura. Currently, there's some swaps happening. We will call them out as they come in. Looks like Endgame will be joining us for this. We have Endgame will be joining Smol Dynasty, and looks like no changes for Carolina Cosmic. Who was it that stepped out?
So the one that stepped out for Endgame, is Tramer.
Tramer for Endgame. We will see which way we will go, but I'm really excited for this map. This map, Lijiang Tower, generally shows you how flexible teams can be because of the variety of maps requiring you to know different comps.
Yes.
However, I do have to say that Cosmic seem to have an advantage, if anything but the focus fire. If you didn't notice on Hanamura, multiple times you had targets falling down with multiple people crowd controlling or directly interacting with them and focusing them down. That was a major part of why I feel they managed to take Smol by such a surprise, is that focus fire.
Yes, Focus Fire is indeed one of the most powerful tools a team's arsenal has in Overwatch. Because having 6 people, or potentially 5 depending on which supports are being played, focus on one target, no matter how much health that target has, they will 90% of the time die. So eliminating one person at a time with the Focus Fire will ultimately end up in a domino effect, winning the team fight.
Yep. So, what is a good thing that you saw Smol Dynasty do that Cosmic could have trouble with?
I would say Smol, they are more apt to make changes. So, yes, they did end up losing the first point or the first match. However, Cosmic hasn't had a reason to change up their comp too much, as Smol did not force them to do so.
Yeah, Smol seems to be highly adaptable. I agree with that.
Yes. Towards the end of the match, we saw that Cosmic went from a more, I would say, I don't want to say classy. A more out there style of comp with the defense with the McCree, Zenyatta, and the Ana on defense, where most of the time you would see teams just sit on the point or just sit on high ground while they ram into each other in the small corridor.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Do you think we'll see any special comps? I don't know, a Bastion Surprise or Torbjorn, I don't know, something like that. We did see a Hanzo Zarya for even a moment from the side of Smol. Do you feel that we'll see something like that again?
Yes, I feel that Control Point offers a more diverse way of playing the game, and I'll just say that we're ready here. A more diverse way of playing the game, and since the map types vary differently from just the close range engagements to the long range engagements just on 2 maps alone, Control Center and Gardens, it allows for different DPS to be played, different tanks to be played, and supports are kind of just out there.
Yeah,
supports fill the 2 roles, being a support player.
Into a match, we will be starting. Give me one moment. Sorry about that. We will, as the game is about to start, let me switch it right back into in-game. I do not want to be spiff. It leaves you all without a game to spectate, as now the teams will pick what they have to play, and hopefully they will do so. Oh, a Hammond from the side of Smol with a Torbjorn. Do you think they're actually going to stick to that, or are they trolling me? And the goats coming out from the side of Cosmic, we could not expect less. Do you feel they're actually do you feel that Smol is trolling me with that Hammond Torbjorn?
I feel the Hammond might be a pick, but they might swap off the Torbjorn. But as we go into this, I was wrong.
Well, they switched
Hammond
to
was
McCree, and Hammond was indeed a bait. We got jebaited. And we have first engagement right here. They're going in, and the 2 goats are collapsing into each other. A big push, staying as a team and working together. Quickly, the bear goes down as Jacques take down their enemies in Yada. And the focus fire from Cosmic is simply unbelievable, as they simply go one person after another and just destroying them. What can Smol do against this onslaught?
Well, the premise of Goats is to honestly win the Reinhardt battle. So having Goats from Cosmic versus the 3-2-1 from Smol, they definitely want to win the Reinhardt war. So they would need to put more resources into Reinhardt.
Big shatter and grab layered on. She's not great. However, that was, I believe, a 5-man shatter as they clean up with a charge. I feel it was a little over ulting there. I understand the grab and the shatter at the same time. However, that nanoboost was really unnecessary. As Sultan Mango is now holding on for his high note for quite some time. When do you think he'll use it?
I don't know when he was going to use that, but I'm going to take a guess that it's going to be right after the Reinhardt dies.
And why not use it to break the shield? As most people may not know, you can use the high note to break the shield, but he will go down to Illumi with, I'm not quite sure what. A nade and a shot, I would assume. As it looks like Cosmic is simply pinning Smol outside. Smol has now 6 ultimates. And will come out. A shatter gets one. I knew. And they popping them all. Transcendent sound barrier, overlaying everything. As the bomb will come out. Grab will follow after. As Cosmic City is surviving the entire onslaught of ult from the side of Smol and winning the fight. That does not look good for Smol. That was 6 ultimates that did absolutely nothing.
It was 6 ultimates to 4, and Cosmic just seemed to have come out on top with that. The grab did get a few people, however, there was just enough sustain from the Goats comp to outlast the damage that was being put out by Smol.
Do you feel that going to McCree is what hurt Smol there? That they went to McCree instead of like, I don't know, a Zen or, I don't know, any support?
Any support? They were running 3 supports. It was
oh, there were?
the
oh,
break.
Instead of a Diva, I guess.
5, 4,
Yes,
3,
I believe it was Diva.
1.
It was either that or the Zarya, but what they definitely needed was to utilize Speed Boost if they had it. I'm not paying attention to comps too much. I just want to see the outcome of this beautiful match.
Yeah, a big pick from Sultan Mango getting in Lumi off the top, who's no longer on support, he's on DPS as we have a ball here. Great. Getting caught out. Cosmic getting a little overexcited. Getting picked up, but getting quick shatter. Overexcitement or not, they are winning the fight. However, they lost the point for now as they're coming in with 4v3. But Illumi coming in from behind, trying to shoot people down, trying to get picks. They take down the Mercy and the Pharah and will flip it up at 12%. That is not looking good for Smol once again.
Yes. Taking the point early is a good strategy, but however, you need to secure the team fight first. Securing the team fight means that you will almost guarantee nearly 30% of the point. So coming into this next fight, we're hoping to see the grab come up on the side of Carolina, and potentially Shatter come up from Smol.
Big boot from Jax gets endgame off the map. Neskington follows after, probably in depression of his Reinhardt falling there. And this will reset the attack of Smol as they wait for the team to come right back.
Yes, the early pick means that they do get more percentage without taking an extended team fight.
A Shatter gets blocked and he gets nano boosted. gets the enemy Rhine. However, Illumi gets Salty Mango. In comes the Diva Bomb. Everybody hides. However, it will still get Illumi on the bridge. There's now an Ana trying to shoot down. Lucio is low and will be taken down by its opposing number. Mercy going for a res. Gets it on the Ana. I don't know how good that will be as he's about to fall down. He's half health. Gets the defense matrix, but still falls down to Seth. And we are back again where we started.
Yes. Carolina proving that 3 supports is the way to go for outlasting these longer engagements when the favor was almost in Smol's favor.
Justice.
And in comes the barrage. Instant goes down. Some area on both sides to sustain. Grab is still up, still an option, but it looks like it will not be taken. Maybe fire now, held off until just now. High noon, just to celebrate the victory of the point. Maybe no, there's a Lucio still up there. Will go down, and nobody is there to contest the point as Carolina Cosmic takes the second map. I very much feel that running a Pharah there costs you a lot if you're not going to run dive and take out these high value picks like Illumi and the Pharah. As you now see here, the all ults on deck and wipe out from the Carolina Cosmic.
Yes, Illumi was, I would call Illumi the highlight of that match, but the entire cast that Carolina had brought onto the table definitely proved that they can hold their own against Smol.
Yeah, it does appear that we have come by this match. Quite surprisingly, I did not expect it to be this dominant. Do you think Smol can bring it back and maybe get this in a game 5? Or
I'm hopeful for the reverse sweep and the game 5.
Saying that it does not look good where I'm standing.
Yes, Carolina Cosmic does seem to be in the dominant position, as going into a game 3, they almost never lost. I don't even think they lost the first point, so the 2-0 on control point, and on 2CP, it was a pretty quick 2-cap, and they're done.
Yeah. What do you feel the Smol can do to, get this win? And what is making Carolina Cosmic to, keeping this win forward?
What I see from Cosmic, and I may be wrong in my unprofessional opinion, that Cosmic is taking advantage of Smol's Dynasty's less than great. They're still really good, but they're less than great focus fire. With the amount of healing that they can get away with triple support, when focus fire comes into play, then healing shouldn't matter too much. So with Carolina always running 3 supports, there is always essentially another person on the field with how much healing they are getting.
Yeah, because they're surviving so much that they're simply healing up a 7th player, essentially, that Smol cannot deathmatch past. Well, as we about to go to the next map, which is Dorado.
We do have a sub out from Smol. Zetsubo gets subbed out for Tramer.
Okay. And looks like Cosmic will maintain their team as it is. We will see. It does seem like it's working out for them, just playing the same 6 players. However, do you wonder if fatigue may work into this, or are they aiming to just get a 3-win and done? All of you in the
go ahead.
Any of you in the chat who still support Smol, please share your support in the chat for Smol. by putting hashtag Smol, those who want Carolina Cosmic to win the next map and sweep this 3-0, put hashtag Carolina Cosmic in the chat. Continue on. Sorry.
Yes. I would like to see them take out... Well, I would like to see a Bastionalist map. Because
a Bastion?
Okay. Yes, I am an avid fan for Bastion. On attack and defense. With attack on payload, you just put the Bastion on payload and you have a semi-mobile turret. And that's always fun to watch.
I so you want to see the attack Bastion with, I assume, Orisa.
Yes, Orisa is definitely the pick.
What would be the best way, do you think, to deal with the attack Bastion from, since I believe Smol will be attacking first, so from the sides of Cosmic? How do you think they will deal with that?
The ways that I have dealt with an attack Bastion is you take an attack or a defense Junkrat or Hanzo to get behind the shield and just put damage into the Bastion. You can also take an Ana and either anti-nade or sleep the Bastion, and also, as well as, take a Sombra to hack the Bastion on turret form, mitigating the giant minigun of death.
Yeah. By the way, chat, tell me if I do sound louder. I did get your complaints about me being really quiet. I cannot see chat well in game because I have a laptop and now two monitors. I have only one monitor, and so it's either see the game or see the chat, since I can't do both. On that note, I believe we are about to go in. We have a 5-minute request from Smol.
Timeout.
They requested a 5-minute wait, which is their right, and you gotta think that they need that time to better strategize, to better, psych themselves up, as it were, to get through this, to know that we are down 2, but that doesn't mean we are out. We can win this. That you gotta think that that's what they're doing.
Yes. The 5 minutes can be used to strategize, cool off some of the players that have been in for the entire play, such as Chow, Kalik, Nessington, and Salty.
Yeah.
As losing 2-0 on the first 2 maps, it is a stressful situation, as they are forced to reverse sweep the rest of the maps. And with the prevalence that Cosmic is running the triple support, not always running triple tank with it, but a good amount of damage is needed to break through, or the focus fire needs to become better. Your thoughts?
My thoughts on that is that you don't always need the triple support, especially in Dorado when you have high ground contestation. If you can burst down the enemy supports fast enough, especially with dive or like with long range damage, you can get around that, as we saw in the previous match with Harmony, and how that Junkrat was dominant and simply wiped people out before there was any time to contest him. And that is what I feel Smol needs, as a endgame will be subbed out for Sod in this ending. Must have been what we've been waiting for in these 5 minutes. Do you feel that a single player will be enough for Smol to turn this around?
It might be the case, as I will just use my home team Shanghai Staggered. Pulling in Ryutix tends to work out dividends, as you have clearly seen.
Yeah.
So one player can change up the map.
Yeah. As one player can change the world, one person can make a difference.
Save the Geoeater, save the world.
I didn't realize I was quoting heroes, but A hero is what Smol Dynasty needs, and will Sod be that hero? We will see as soon as we get into the match. We will take a short break. We will get back in with you the moment the match starts. Sorry about this chat. We do need to rest our voices. Okay, we are back now after that short break. The game is about to start as we are ready. We are about to go in, and let me just load us in because once again, I do not wish to be spiff. I do not want to do something spiffy.
Initiating match.
Whoa, sorry about that.
Oh, calling out Spiff here. I see. You did that last map too.
Yeah, because I nearly forgot to switch the map off again. As we now go into Dorado, where we have the Lumerical power plant, and which we're trying to destroy with an EMP. You gotta think, why aren't we using the Sombra EMP? And we gotta use this huge payload of an EMP? Like, do you think that her EMP is just not strong enough?
It's not big enough. Clearly, that bomb on the back of this truck.
I thought we generally agreed that size doesn't matter.
Well, size clearly does matter in this case.
Yeah. As the team will come with their select and Caroline and Cosmic with their defense coming in with goats once again for the defense. A little ballsy, if you ask me, that they're coming in with a goats defense, of all things.
Well, goats on defense, it tends to be more powerful with the nerf to Brigitte as she can't stun through shields.
I see what they're doing. They don't have a May, but they're gonna do the May hole trap where they're gonna be hiding in. There is a Reaper and a Hansa though coming in, and they haven't been seen. Oh, they've been scouted out. They're coming out. They're attacking. Big anti-nade on them will allow Lucia to fall down, but trades going through. They're still going even. There's a Reaper versus a Break, and there isn't much left. Diva will lose her mech, and it looks like Cosmic might be winning this, but it's hard to tell. but the reinforcements are coming in for Smol. What, do you feel that was worth it? That 30 seconds of stall was worth it?
On the upside, it might have been worth it if they didn't trade 1-to-1. But since the defense traded 1-to-1, it was definitely in the offense's favor this time.
Yeah, but they did manage to get it back in the choke, so it could be said that it was basically 30 seconds for free as a big shower coming in on 4 people, and Demon follows right after, and Cosmic will be wiping out the Smol here.
With
Quite an impressive shatter right there.
That was indeed impressive, and Jack got the kill on Salty Mango, staggering this a little further than they probably would have wanted.
Yeah, as we nearly have a Grav Dragons combo, we will see if they can pull it off well, or will the Diva, will Chunk be able to eat that up for breakfast? In comes a Grab. That's the wrong team. Grab. But the die gets on point. Diva Bomb gets 1. And it looks like Cosmic is holding it. It's hard to tell. No. Smol is slowly pushing. Cosmic still has survivors, but there's a Zarya alive. Does not look like he doesn't have any support, and he's about half health. He has to back off. Coming in, however, his entire team is coming for reinforcement. Overextending on them now is no good as Lucio goes down. Chunk taking him out. A Reinhardt from Fernando Shatter gets blocked by the shield, and Cosmic is once again on the offensive from the defense side and trying to get more staggers. As Sect will fall asleep after his hard work of surviving what that was.
With Sect being there on the inside, it means that they always had a person to contest for just a few seconds as the team came back. So having that threat of the contest means that Cosmic
comes grabs from both sides. Sect quickly gets 2 kills. There is no dragons up. It was a little slow, and Cosmic will once again get this victory, get this team fight win. You gotta feel that Smol is a little aggressive with these grabs as they use them before they have dragons ready.
In some cases, you have to use the grab early, either to pull out important ultimates, or to just hope to get a pick or 2 in that grab.
Yeah. Big Shatter gets 3 people. Anti-Knight right on top. Dragons coming right after zoning it out. Diva Bomb comes up top, gets blocked. Cosmic get 1 in return, but doesn't seem to get much yet. Orzo gets a 2nd. They're trying to hold this off. Smol loses their Reinhardt, loses their Brig. In comes another Bruce asleep, but gets woken up right after. You don't want that to happen. There's a Lucio and a Anna fighting on point. Supports fighting for the survival of their team. As now finally the tanks and reinforcements comes in. In comes the grab, but there is no damage to follow up. Brig falls down, but nothing is left in the tank. In comes the Shatter. It is big, however, not kills will come of it. Big Antina gets Jax as the Brig pushes forward. It looks like Smol is getting the better end of this deal as dragons come out, taking out Asian Boy. And Diva has to retreat, knowing that she cannot stall this anymore. Her team will not be there in time. And Smol will finally cap the first point.
Yes, but with Urzo playing a bit too aggressive there, it definitely went into favor after Urzo was dead. Without their main tank, Reinhardt, it definitely fell onto the 2 off tanks to try and protect their team as the onslaught from Smol just ran over them.
The Diva Bomb gets 1 as we going into the fight. Cosmic once again going aggressive, and it is working so well for them. But Smol cannot find a way to halt this aggression. They once again do not They do not. They have Shatter. They have Dragons, and they have nothing else. Oh no, they have a Nano Boost.
Yes, the ability to engage on an enemy team after a pick definitely suits Goats.
Oh,
well.
Shatter gets slapped. Counter Shatter comes in, does not seem to get much. Dragons will get, maybe almost get one. They fall down. We have a Reinhardt with a Nano Boost going after the Cosmic Diva, who is simply running away to the small spawn with nothing better to do, as Smol will finally be winning this fight on the front line. Salty Mango finishes Chunk up, as now Smol has only a minute to finish this push. Do you think they can manage it?
I want to say that Smol takes this all the way. I have faith that they can.
In comes the grab with the charge, gets two with it. Nano Boost on, and Urzo charges in aggressively, does not get much for it. There is only 30 seconds left, and Cosmic is now back in control of the payload. The Smol needs to regroup and find an opening to push this payload the last little bit.
Oh, Salty trying to hide and get back on point.
He will.
With the stagger from Salty, it might be that they push into 4v5.
They are going from behind, knowing that it will be better for them. In comes the Shadow, blocked by the shield from the Zarya. Shatter and Grav coming in. It's big, and Diva Bomb will come through. Will finish off Nessington, and there isn't much, it appears, that Smol can do, as Cosmic are tearing them apart, as Chow is taken off by the mech call, and this is how far Smol will get.
Score 0-1.
It would have been great if Salty had died earlier on that last push, as if they would have taken a 6v6, it would have been more of an even fight against a 3-3.
Yeah, and he possibly would have been able to build up the dragons and manage to get that dragon grab combo off, which would have been big, as there was 3 people in the grab.
Yes, that's true. With 3 people in the grab, they might have been able to take it back. However, we did see that Diva had used ult, so if it would have just gotten the mech instead of the Diva pilot, then Diva would have not died, so it would have been a 4v6. So here on the defense, we have Tramer on the Brig, Chow on the Zen, Kalik on the Lucio. Triple support with 2 tanks being Nessington on Zarya and SQD on Rhine. And then we have Salty Mango on the Junkrat.
Yeah. And we have from the side of Caroline, Cosmic Jocks on the Lucio, Chunk on the Brig, Urzo on the Reinhardt, Sect on the Zarya, Asian Boy on the Anna, and Illumi on the McCree.
I like to see these mirror 3-2-1 comps.
Yeah, as we do seem to be fine. This will be a lot of a brawl and a lot of who can get the picks on whom. As we get to the first choke, and Smol is rotating in to defend this point. We're fighting in, and Urzo gets slapped, woken up. Very aggressive from the Lucio, but Tramer falls down. It looks like they're currently even on the trade, but Reinhardt and Junkrat will fall down for Smol, which is not good, as they have no defense. A big sleep on Nessington, which will set his demise, and Cosmic once again dominantly taking the first point.
Cosmic proving that their 3-3 or their 3 support lineup is not to be messed with, as even a Junkrat is not able to do the amount of damage needed.
I believe it is that Brig, which can both defend and attack quite effectively, that is giving Smol the trouble that they are having. as we go in now. Orzo gets booped in, but gets back to his team. They're trading in poke. Fire strikes going through. Shatters are both up. They mind gain. And shatters on both sides. Not much comes of it from either side, but the grab will allow multiple kills for Cosmic. As no one is left alive. No, only one person left alive. Only Zenyatta is left alive. He's running for his life, trying to survive here, not to get too staggered, but he gets run down by a brig. And Lucio, you don't want that. That is terrifying. A Lucio sped up brig. And there is no time left for Smol to hold this. They need to do it now. High Noon comes in, trying to get a pick. The deflect will run out and will take down the Genji, and Carolina Cosmic will take this match with a third straight map.
Yes, Cosmic proving their 3-3 with the McCree. The 3-3 McCree is something that they are specialized in.
It's 3-2 McCree. The 3 McCree. There we go. The 3 McCree. The 3 McCree.
Go.
The 3 McCree. The 3 McCree seems to be working out for them quite well. As we are... I do not know if we're actually going to play a game 4 or not.
We are playing a map 4.
We are playing a map 4. Which we will, of course, be casting. Even though Carolina Cosmic already won this and is moving on to the next stage, to the semifinals, I believe. Right? The semifinals.
Yes. Semifinals will be Cosmic versus Shanghai Stagger.
Ooh, that is an interesting semifinal. I will definitely like to see that, especially after Cosmic's performance today. Do you feel that Smol can even manage to take this last map? But at least recover some dignity?
Going off of what had happened in previous matches, where the one team gets 3-0, and then on the fourth map, the team that goes 3-0 tends to go 4-0 if, depending on the state of the enemy or the opposing team, in this case Smol Dynasty, if they are willing to put up a fight. I hope they put up a fight, because I do want to see a glorious map 4 from both sides, where we want to see Cosmic sweat.
Yeah, I don't think you can sweat after that 3-0. Though it does look like Cosmic finally making substitutions for their team after this. Do you feel it's a little disrespectful to do a substitution after the 3-0?
In this case, I think that Cosmic wanted to put their best foot forward. So having their strongest lineup, which was Jack, Chunk, Urzo. Let's pull this back up.
Yeah, okay. But in any case, now we have Star coming in. We have Manamim coming in. We have Lazy Healer coming in. And Huey coming in for the Carolina Cosmic. Staying is Chunk and Illumi. For the Smol Dynasty, Endgame will come in instead of
Tramer.
And Zatsuboy will come in instead of I lost track of who that was. Kessington instead of Kessington, yes. Yeah. As we will go into Eichenwald as our last map. What do you like about Eichenwald?
I've always wanted to go to Germany.
Other than that,
the map design for Eichenwald, I think, is fairly. I don't want to say fairly. It is fantastic, as the first map, or the first point, has the flank potential for a Pharah, a Junkrat, a Diva, Winston, anybody with better mobility or better vertical mobility to go over at the first point, and you can see some crazy strats come out that you just ignore the choke altogether. However, with the choke point, there's also reasons to run a Bastion, a Junkrat, a Mei on defense too, where you just run these characters that can provide a good bit of area denial on the defensive side, making it hard for the attacking team to come in. Going into the second point, it's more open, so you tend to see a Pharah or Widow tend to have that playground.
Okay. Do you see either team playing a Widow? I do see the Smol playing a Pharah.
Yes, Smol will more than likely try out the Pharah, if not first and second point. And I don't know about the Widow. We haven't seen a Widow run yet, but that's also because the maps have, besides Dorado, have not been very Widow friendly.
Yeah. And with Cosmic changing up the lineup quite significantly, there is a good chance we will actually see a Widow for this last map, as we will be getting in momentarily. What do you see is the big advantage? The Smol, do you feel Smol has any advantage for Eichenwald as opposed to previous maps? Maybe, like maybe they have something that they can pull out that we didn't see until now. You know, something that they might have saved for this.
I'm hoping they don't run the Goats comp on defense or attack, because they sort of ran out its time. They put it for the first 3, granted, not all the time it was a 3-3, but the triple support, as much as I love seeing supports play, I would like to see a 2-2-2 or a 3-2-1 with maybe a solo support or a solo tank. However, Cosmic has not given me reason to believe that they will stray far from the triple heals.
Yeah, as we now see the team comps coming in with Carolina Cosmic going once again on the 3 McCree comp that they've been running this half the time here, with Smol Dynasty going for their own triple tank McCree comp that they've been trying to run here, which I very much feel is lacking in mobility due to lack of Lucio. But can SQD actually pull it out?
5, 4.
Yes, I would like to see the Lucio from Smol, as the Rein Zarya tends to be too slow.
As they will be coming in right now into the choke, trying to find an opening, trading poke. Initially, Illumi getting SQD off the bat. That is big. Both Ryans charge each other. One Ryan falls down, and it looks like Carolina Cosmic once again is gaining the upper hand here.
Yes, the early pick from Illumi onto SQD allowed Cosmic to essentially play a bit more free, as they don't have the stun fan the hammer breathing down their neck.
Do you feel that Smol should have backed off the moment SQD fell down?
It would have saved them about 30 seconds if they would have backed off as soon as SQD died. However, they might have had a plan.
We have a Reinhardt with Anonymous. Shatter coming in. Big charge getting the Zarya. Smol is making progress. There is somebody in the back. There are the Ryan in the back one that they were dealing with, and now they are coming in hot. They are going to win this fight. Second fight. This is looking so much better for them than the past few rounds. As a Shatter will come in, Zarya will get the pick. Not that great, however, any pick you can get is great. But Cosmic is tunneling in with a Diva Bomb above. Will get the Reinhardt. And it looks like Cosmic get a little overexcited. SUD tries to high noon, gets shot down by Illumi. And the payload is not even at the gate yet. And we are trading blow for blow here. These teams are highly aggressive.
Yes, normally you would see teams hold at the choke when the doors are open, as it allows for the defending team to have more area to shoot at. However, they wanted to take the fight early and prevent them from being on the payload altogether.
Yeah, as we have a flanking from Illumi, gets SQD once again on the bridge. In comes the grab. High noon coming from high above, getting the Ana. Illumi popping off with 3 kills, probably looking for a 4th, as he will get it. And Carolina Cosmic once again get the point.
Yes, with Illumi going on that flank, it tends to, the flanking McCree, it almost tends to work if they're not expecting it. So getting an early pick from it.
Map, that is not very good for Cosmic. As now the big duel, and as Illumi falls down, SUD finally winning that duel. A grab though on the front line means that the entire back line of Smol is dead. Yeah, they have 2 people on payload, but it's 2v3, and it's 2 tanks and a Lucio. But SQD is trying to do his best. He takes on the Reinhardt, but there's much more he can do. There's only a baby diva on the point, waiting for reinforcements coming in. Will not survive, but reinforcements are here for better or for worse, and the payload is still moving forward.
At the end of the day, you can wipe the team as many times as you want, but if that payload goes uncontested, you're still going to lose.
Illumi once again shooting. SQD versus Illumi once again. Who can get the pick? It does look though like Cosmic managed to get this win before that even had a chance to be a factor. As SQD will try to ult, as Illumi simply punches him to shut him up and say, nope, no dragons for you.
SQD switching from the Hanzo to the Genji.
Yeah, they're going full dive. Probably Essington will switch to a Diva. No, they're sticking to this Zarya, to this very classic dive, but style. And they're probably going to be looking to get this McCree out of commission.
Yep.
They will find the Lucio though. And
McCree gets SQD.
McCree gets SQD because SQD going up without any supports. A shatter coming in, but the bubble will block it. A charge will go through. Reinhardt, 1 HP, gets all the support he needs. He's back to fighting, you know, with no HP, but he'll heal up. We'll get there. Like, with very little healing from the side of Cosmic. They simply need to win this, but a charge at low health still gets him a kill and endgame, as he will simply look for another kill on the Zarya. Will find it, and Cosmic once again win the fight. They don't have much healing. They're showing that you don't need the GOAT's amount of healing to do much, but it's enough.
Yes, the GOAT's healing mainly relies on low burst healing, but a lot of healing from just AoEs, be it the Inspire from Brigida or the just slow AoE from Lucio. Brigida does have the armor pack for the burst healing, normally on the main
Illumi
tank.
is trained on Zetsubu's Widow. He is trying to look for that headshot, trying to look for that opening, and does not get it.
Oh, they're looking for this grab.
And it comes the grab from behind. Francis comes in. High noon from behind. Does get one. Did not manage to hide in the bubble. Winston trying to get the dive. Somehow Nessington kills himself. And now there's only a Winston on point trying to fight off a McCree and a Zen. He ults, knocks the McCree off the map. Illumi, goodbye to you. As he is alone and he jumps and gets booped off. Big anti-nade, but Round 1 is done.
The grab from Star Destroyer prevents the Hammond from doing the spin to win stall, as we did see a Hammond come out.
Yeah.
Initiating match.
That was a pretty smart grab, stopping the Hammond from even getting there and stalling. Do you think Smol will manage to hold it here? It didn't look like they managed to even... The SQD a few times managed to take out Illumi, but he simply does not get the support he needs to take Illumi out.
Yes, that comes down to the 1v1 scenario where normally SQD and Illumi are fighting off on a flank. So the support from both sides, unless in line of sight of a healer, is not there. So the 200 HP that each hero starts off with is the only HP you're usually going to find.
Yeah, as it does look like Smol will come out with a heavy bunker comp with a Bastion, 3 tanks, a Brig, and a Mercy.
This is the comp I like to see.
Yeah, SQD is still chilling in spawn, booting up. And it looks like we have a standard 2-2-2 coming out from Carolina Cosmic.
I'm glad to see that Cosmic is straying from their 3 support, as this might be something new for them, but something tells me that it's not.
Yeah, they see the Bastion. Let's see how they react to this Bastion. They're going off to the sidewall. They will still lose Chunk to it. They need Chunk to break the shield and kill the Bastion. A charge coming in to get past the hail of bullets, but now D.Va will contest it as the Bastion is simply holding down the choke, and nothing seems to be holding him from doing anything, as both D.Va and Hog are just going aggressive and wiping out. As you can see, the stream of bullets and shots just firing in this tunnel of death, as it were. How does Smol get? How does Carolina get through this?
The Lucio is one way to do it, just to speed past the choke,
which seems to be working for them quite well, as they force the reposition from the side of Smol. They lose a Reinhardt though. I would say that they need possibly a D.Va to help contest this Bastion, as they lose the Reinhardt and get split apart and taken out. They're simply going in one at a time, as SQD will now come out with tank mode. Gets a long range snipe on Illumi, which must feel good.
Yes, as I would like to see them try a Pharah or a, as you before mentioned, D.Va, to nullify any damage that Bastion is doing. If they take the D.Va, it will also manage to help the Reinhardt shield out.
High Noon to flank, gets blocked by a Brig shield, I assume, as I couldn't see it. Trans coming in, you would assume that this Trans will be really good in getting through the Bastion, literally. They get onto the point though, but SQD is already in position to contest this push. Smart reaction, Shatter coming in as the shield is broken. It is disastrous. SQD dies and Cosmic is found an opening. They are still going in. The D.Va gets charged, loses her mech right after making up. Bastion is back up and popping. They need to take care of him. He will go down right after, as we have only supports alive. High Noon will take care of the Mercy. This is not where angels fly. And Cosmic will take the first point after dismantling the Bastion comp. Will they stick to this?
It seems like they will, as Bastion is close to his ult, and they might be banking on a big tank mode coming out from SQD.
SQD though aggressively positions himself away from his team, somewhere coming in to help this push to leave only one on point as you want. Reinhardt coming in from above into the grab and swinging to the fences, and they take them out. a charge coming in. And why is Bastion out here? Why not just hide? He tries to ult and dies. Illumi takes his revenge. As we have a Zenyatta chilling on the point. Both Briggs ult as whole hog coming out. Trying to get out of spawn. They know how to fight. High Noon coming in. Does not get much, but Illumi keeps shooting and firing. He has a Brig in his sights, but a Tracer on his back. He is trying to get killed, quickly flicking, does not seem to get a match. A Shatter is big, getting 3 people. And a Diva Bomb needs to be big to give them any chance. Does not manage to get anything. A charge coming in, gets the Valkyrie Mercy somehow in the air. That is not what you want to see. Smol is now fighting in a multiple locations, manage to get mana maim, and they have a Hammond orbiting the point, trying to knock anybody off or away. However, they have 2 minutes of this. Can they manage to hold this?
I want to say they can hold this up, but by the way that Smol has been playing, they will end up being dismantled one way or the other.
Yeah, as reinforcements coming in, Diva loses her mech, Grav comes in, and they get wiped out in that. A trance to celebrate, a shatter to take down the enemy, and Carolina Cosmic 4-0 against Smol Dynasty.
It was well played from both teams, and I would like to see Smol with their heads held high, as they have made it this far.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that Smol played badly, but that Cosmic just came in with their carry pants on and an attitude to match. Sometimes any team is just... Sometimes you just lose and there's nothing you can do about it. But by no means did Smol play badly. It just... Cosmic played better.
Yes, Cosmic took advantage of Smol's mistakes, and it was clearly seen. However, Smol did end up taking advantage of a few mistakes Cosmic made.
Yes, showing that they do have the ability to do so, and they are not out of the running there. But this will bring us to the end of this match. What do you feel was Who do you feel was the most valuable player for Smol Dynasty?
For Smol Dynasty, I believe that it had to be their main, or Kalik. Let's say Kalik here. That Kalik was definitely the support that you had to watch out for, as they were on this last map playing Mercy and got off a res that helped stall out the point just a little bit longer, that there was still a chance. Unfortunately, getting pinned by
that unfortunate pin right there. That was highly unfortunate. Though that does happen. How about Carolina Cosmic? Who do you feel was the most valuable player for them?
I think you're thinking the same thing I am, but I would have to say Illumi.
Yeah.
With the ability to change from the Ana to McCree, and even on this last point, you saw a Torb.
Yeah, and he did look dominant on both Ana and McCree. I did say this, that Illumi is carrying them on Ana, and he carried them on McCree. He was the player to beat. Every time we saw SQD beat Illumi, Smol made more progress than otherwise. If they could recognize that in the future, and if any team recognizes that in the future, that Illumi has to go, that you have to kill him first before anything else, and then you have a chance. However, as we will see you next week for the semi-finals of the OWCC playoffs, Carolina Cosmic taking it today 4-0 over Smol Dynasty and moving it up. With me is Panda. Panda, where can they find you?
I do not have too many social media, so it's on Discord.
Okay, you can find Panda on Discord. You can find me on Discord. You can find me on Twitch at Twitch/Asmuel. You can find me on my newly created Twitter at Archangel Asmuel. And this will be it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us for the OWCC quarterfinals, fourth playoff. Carolina Cosmic versus Smol Dynasty. Have a wonderful night and enjoy your games.